Was a bill in 2021 that all the Democrats supported that would have had a national ban on redistricting in this way, and all the Republicans opposed it. I also heard no complaints from any Republican when Mike Johnson, just a couple weeks ago, decided to abdicate his job to say, actually, Congress isn't in session anymore because I don't want to have to vote on turning over the Epstein files, the bill put forward by Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie. He said, let's go home, rather than talk about the fact that Donald Trump may or may not have been in there.
All right.
So be equal opportunity in your complaints about fleeing your job. At least they're doing this for a good reason.
Tommy,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas redistricting issue has hit the state me and Tracy live in. And when I say it's uglier than what it is in Texas, I mean it is ugly. Like, Lord have mercy. Take a look at what's going on in North Carolina and the way they have gerrymandered this map. Even if you're a hardcore Republican, you should be upset. But I know your asses ain't. Take a look at this.
We're here in Raleigh by the General Assembly, where hundreds of protesters gathered earlier today, livid at the fact that their state legislature is about to pass new gerrymandered congressional maps.
I'm pissed. I am pissed that our representation is falling into what is happening all over the country.
President Trump called on Republican state legislatures from across the country to pass new maps so the GOP can lock in new seats ahead of next year's midterms.
Top to bottom, this is corrupt. People have to fight back. It has to be now. It has to be us. No one is coming to save us.
This new map replaces communities with lots of black voters in the 1st Congressional District with whiter communities, more coastal communities, more conservative communities that are going to make it easier for the GOP to win the 1st Congressional District next year.
I grew up doing Jim Crow in Asheville, and I know what it is to be shut out of politics. I went through this once, and going through it once, and I thought the civil rights and the voting rights laws were passed. All this was in the past. But since Donald Trump came to power, it is resurfacing. And if we're not careful, we're going to lose what little bit we do have.
And the man caught in the middle of all of this is Congressman Don Davis, a Democrat who currently represents the 1st Congressional District, who could lose his seat with this new map.
Absolutely, I'm frustrated when we see maps being drawn and rolled out, not just here in North Carolina, but across the nation. You look and you see, and it looks that Washington is broken, and it is. This would be, going forward in 2026, a third campaign for me under a third different map.
Republicans control the state house here, they control the state senate, and the Democratic governor doesn't have the power to veto these maps, so we're expecting them to be finalized by the end of the day on Wednesday.
In a 50-50 state where about half the people voted for a Democrat for House, U.S. House, half voted for a Republican, they want to have 79% be Republican, 21% Democrat. That's 4 out of 5. It is an abuse of representative democracy. It is not how it's supposed to work. In our democracy, in our representative democracy, the voters are supposed to elect their representatives. The representatives are not supposed to select their voters to guarantee their reelection.
Tracy, all I can say is Democrats, when you get power back, you better wield that bitch. Wield it hard. Floor is yours, Tracy. Lord have mercy.
That is just pure ugly. They just blatantly showing like they want to control the seat. And then so they know for 2026, that's going to be a big year. So what they trying to do is they trying to get ahead of the game, but they doing it blatantly ugly. And I know like in the state of North Carolina, the mayor, the governor doesn't have a right to veto that bill. It's unfortunate. And then so that's why it's really important to vote. And if y'all not paying attention, I don't know what's going to make y'all pay attention. And this is an example why you should vote. And so now, like I know they said with gerrymandering, it can't be done unless it's racially motivated. And that's obviously racially motivated. So I won't be surprised if the Attorney General file a lawsuit on this. And I'm just waiting for the news to come out where he just filed a lawsuit because that's illegal gerrymandering, and that's racially motivated. And it's obvious.
it's just like Ron Davis said, Tracy, they have done this 3 separate times. 3 times. And he's had to get his position in 3 different locations because they keep having to go to court because the North Carolina Republican Supreme Court said that the way y'all did this map is so bad, even we gonna say no.
It's obviously racially motivated. It's blatantly obviously.
Right. It's so bad that the Republican Supreme Court here says no to it. They say no. So you know we've got some issues with the map, and this one is going to be fought too. It's just like I said earlier in the call to action, I need people to not just pay attention to politics on a national scale. You've got to pay attention to politics in your state, in your county, in your city, and in your small country, because it is so important. And as you see now, the micro can certainly affect the macro. And I think we might have lost Tracy. Can you hear me, Tracy?
I can hear you. I'm here.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think about all this. And let's give a big shout out to the homie Tracy for coming through and spending this time with us. You're welcome to come back anytime you want to. Class, that's it for us today. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Please share this new channel of mine. If you're coming from my big YouTube channel where I do the movie and TV show reviews, thank you for coming, but share these politics. This is more important than the movie and TV show reviews, I promise you. That's not going anywhere, but politics is, and the place I want us to go is back to democracy and equality.
Yeah, and please.
Any last words? Any last words for the people, Miss Tracy?
Please get out and vote. This information, this platform that we share as far as like ICE attacking like urban cities like Chicago, LA, Portland, Oregon, and then you have like SNAP benefits could possibly be halted in November, and then also Medicaid will also follow along in 2026. And the gerrymander, everything that's going on, please educate yourself and get out and vote and spread the word to others who don't know. Like I mentioned before, like I had like a client and he wasn't aware of it. So he mentioned that he voted for Trump because he thought he was going to get a stimulus check, and they don't know this. So it's important to show this and have this platform and then show this in their face. This is what's going on. This is real. We're like in the Jim Crow 2.0.
Right.
So please get out and vote.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to fight back as best we can. Huge shout out to Miss Tracy. You guys can find her on Instagram. I'll put a link in description to catch up with her, support her as she's out here doing her thing. And you guys know you'll be seeing me all the time. And that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe. Here's my outro of my girl who's about to lose her House seat too because of the gerrymandering, but I see her going somewhere else. The bad sister herself, Jasmine Crockett. Till the next video, folks, we are out.
All right.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.